Hey rollers! When registering for tournaments, I always agree to compete in higher weight divisions with competitors of any age. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't get matches. I figured that as a hobbyist, the results really don't matter, so I just send it and accept any match. At this tournament, I faced the only other brown belt competing in the gi. I was 20 years older and 50 pounds lighter. Before you can say it, I understand that those sound like excuses, and they are.
Let's get it all!
You'll see I'm sporting a beauty red belt. It marked me for the scorekeepers because we were both wearing white gis. My opponent's name was Rob, and he was wicked strong. I quickly figured out that I wasn't going to break his grips, so I grabbed some cloth of my own. This little push-pull game was not a good idea for me considering his size and strength advantage. This is one reason why I prefer no gi when I go against bigger dudes. It's not as easy to get stymied on the feet. I'm not sure why I didn't see this coming, but Rob surprised me with a slick little ankle pick. I went down easily, but made sure to get my feet inside for butterfly guard. I worked on controlling his posture, and I looked to get inside position with my right arm. Meanwhile, his first priority seemed to be to posture up, so he controlled my right bicep and worked to strip my collar grip on the other side. He used combat base to help get strong posture, and then he did some hand fighting so I couldn't get deep grips. When he felt like he was ready to go, he tried to pass to his left, but I caught him with a hook and reset my guard. I love working in butterfly guard, but if I can't get good control of my opponent's posture, it becomes pretty useless. That's why I decided to switch it up to closed guard. As I was doing this, Rob hoisted me up. And this is where we get the thumbnail. What would you do in this situation? He was digging his left arm in, and I had a strong grip on his head, so I was tempted to shoot a triangle. Before I decided on anything, he shrugged me off and helped me to the ground. Ouch! Let's watch that again. Ouch again. The ref stopped us here because he thought that Rob had done an illegal slam. We had a quick discussion about it, and I insisted that it was fine and that I wanted to continue the match. The ref agreed, and we started again in closed guard. You know you're working against a larger opponent when you can barely hook your toes to keep the guard closed. When he reached down to control my right foot, I used it as a chance to shoot a triangle. Again, I could not control his posture, and he prevented me from turning to get a stronger angle. He successfully found enough space to get his right arm inside and to pull my left leg away from his neck. I wanted to spin to an omoplata, but Rob had his left foot out in combat base, and it prevented me from pivoting. Now that he had my guard busted open, he was clear of any threats and he controlled my legs, so he thought about slicing through for a pass. After a short battle, he decided to get out of dodge and return to standing. This is where he has a very clear advantage, as you'll see in this next takedown. It makes me look like a noob.
Oh, what a noob.
Total noob. Classic noob.
He latched onto a collar and sleeve grip and pulled me forward into an uchimata. I went with the motion and tried to get a lasso grip established and to control both sleeves. For the first time in the match, I felt like I was controlling his distance and posture to some extent. I love it when I can use both my hands and both my feet on my opponent. I remember hearing somewhere about the importance of points of contact, especially when you're trying to retain open guard. When he was close enough, I grabbed a collar grip and even managed to work it in deeper. I tried to yank him down into a triangle which was loose, so I switched to an armbar, and then back to a triangle. He popped his head free and then tried to complete a step-through pass. I wrapped my left leg back around his hip, which stopped his pass and helped me to set up leg attacks. He kept me compressed for a bit, but I managed to slip my leg through to the 411 position, and then I inverted for a knee bar. Unfortunately, I didn't have the power to extend his leg. Here, Rob was pinching his legs together, trapping my left leg in place and destroying any ideas I might have had about using the 411 to put him on his back and begin a leg attack series. I realized that my best move at this point was to simply use my knee as a wedge and try to clear my leg. Rob wanted revenge for my knee bar attempt, so he locked up my leg and used his hips to push down on my knee. I felt a bit of pressure, but nothing tap-worthy. I was happy to have my legs free, and I considered butterfly guard for a second. I remembered how awesome my stand-up game was working in this match, so I returned to my feet, only to become the victim of a simple trip. Here's a montage that makes me cry a little bit on the inside. It may look like I was trapped in turtle, but I was trying to get a strong overwrap on his left arm. I've had quite a bit of success with a transition to a modified Americana from this position. I couldn't get my arm high enough above his elbow, so I abandoned it. With only a few seconds remaining and down on points, I rushed at him for a takedown. He did the Matador defense, and it was all over. I learned a lot about my game from this match. Several of my favorite techniques were simply not sharp enough, and I clearly need new skills and strategies, especially in the stand-up, to help deal with tough opponents like Rob. Back to work. If you enjoy my content here on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.